Chapter 14 Father's Day Murmansk Arctic Circle. The Arctic seascape between Murmansk and Severomorsk had become a submarine graveyard for Russia's once mighty fleet. Easily 100 nuclear submarines lay rusting among the coastlines, ferries, inlets, and fjords, with only the odd danger sign or roving patrol to warn of curious passerby. At night, you didn't have to look too hard to see the glow, or listen too hard to hear the hum. One such submarine was the Nikodem, a 20-year-old Typhoon class with rusty pipes and a leaky reactor. It had a healthy combination, and it was here that the mafia kingpin, Rifa, had instructed his lackeys to make the exchange for Artemis Fowl Sr. The cow, Fasikin, and Kamal were not too happy with the situation. They had been bunked in the captain's quarters for 2 days already, and were convinced their lives were going shorter by the minute. Fasikin laughed. "You hear that? The light go inside, right? It's the radiation. I'm telling you, this whole thing is ridiculous." So Kamar, the Fowl is 13. 13! He's a baby. How can a child raise $5 million? It's crazy. Fasikin sat up in his bed. Bunk. Maybe. Maybe not. I've heard stories about this one. They say he has powers. Kamar snorted. Powers? Magic? Oh, go stuff your hand in the reactor, you old woman. No, I have a contact at Interpol. They have an active file on this boy. 13 years old and with an active file? I am 37 and still no Interpol file. The Russian sounded disappointed. An active file? What's magic about that? But my contact shows that this boy Fowl was sighted all over the world on the same day. The same hour. Kamar was unimpressed. Your contact is a bigger coward than you are. Believe what you want. But I'll be able to get off this cursed boat alive. One way or the other. Kamar put a fur cap down over his ears. Okay, let's go. It's time. Finally, sighed Fasikin. The two men collected the prisoners from the next cabin. They were not worried about an escape attempt. Not by a prisoner who had one leg missing and a hood secured over his head. Fasikin slung Fowl Singer over his shoulder and climbed the rungs of the conning tower. Kamar used a radio to check in with a backup. There were more than 100 criminals hiding among the petrified bushes and snowdrifts. Cigarette tips lit the night like fireflies. "Put them out, idiots!" he hissed over an open frequency. "It's almost midnight. Fowl could be here any second. Remember, no one shoots until I give the order." Then everybody shoots. You can almost hear the hiss as 100 cigarette butts were flicked into the snow. 100 men. It was a costly operation, but a mere drop in the ocean compared to the 20% promised them by breakfast. Wherever this boy Fowl came from, he would be trapped in a deadly crossfire. There was no way out for him or his father, while they were safe behind this steel conning tower. Kamar grinned. "Let's see how much make you have in Arlansky." Holly surveyed the scene through the high-res night sight filter in her helmet with the eyes of a seasoned recon officer. Butler was stuck with plain old binoculars. "How many cigarettes did you count?" "More than 80, replied the captain. "Could be up to 100 men. You walk in there, and you'll be carried out." Root nodded in agreement. It was a tactical nightmare. There would be for yak on the other side of the fjord, high on a sloped hill. The council had even approved wings, on account of Artemis' recent services. Foley had done a mail retrieve when Artemis' computer found a message. 5 men yes to Nikodem, Murmansk, midnight on the 14th. It was short and to the point. What else was there to say? They had missed the opportunity to snatch Artemis before he was moved to drop point, and now the mafia were in control. Gathered around while Butler sketched a diagram in the snow with a laser pointer. Advocates of targets being held here in the conning tower. To get that, you've got to walk all the way along the sub. They've got 100 men hiding out around the perimeter. We have no air support, no satellite information, and minimal weaponry. Butler sighed. "I'm sorry, Artemis. I just don't see it." Holly not to study diagram. At times that would take days to set up. We can't shoot either because of the radiation. There's no way to get close enough to mesmerize. What about LP weaponry? Asked Artemis, though he knew the answer. Root chewed an unlit cigar. "We'll discuss this, Artemis. We have as much firepower as you like, but if we start blasting, your father will be the first target. Standard kidnapping rules." Artemis put an LP field Parker close to his throat, staring at the rough diagram. "And if we give them the money?" Well, he had run them out 5 million in small bills on one of his old printers. He even had a squad of spies crumple it up a bit. Butler shook his head. "That's not the way these people do business. A life, Mr. Fowl, is a potential enemy. He has to die." Alex nodded slowly. There was absolutely no other way. He would have to implement that plan he had concocted in the Arctic shuttle-port. Very well, everyone, he said. I have a plan. But it's going to sound a bit extreme. Mikhail Vazkin's cell phone rang, shattering the Arctic silence. Vazkin almost fell down the tower hatch. Ah! What is it? I'm busy. This is Fowl, said a voice in flawless Russian, quoted in Arctic pike ice. It's midnight. I'm here. Mikhail swung around, scanning surroundings through his binoculars. Here? Well, I don't see anything. Close enough. How did you get this number? A chuckle routed through the speakers. The sound set Vazkin's feelings on edge. I know someone. He has all the numbers. Mikhail took a deep breath, settling himself. Do you have the money? Of course. Do you have the package? Right here. Again, cold shock of trouble. All I see is a fat imbecile, a little rat and someone with a hood over his head. It could be anyone. I'm not paying for a meal for your cousin Yuri. Vazkin ducked below the lip of the tower. You can see us, he said, Kamar. Stay low. Kamar scudded to the far side of the tower, opening a line to his men. He's here. Fowl is here. Search the area. Vazkin brought the phone back to his ear. So come down here and check. You'll see soon enough. I can see Fowl down here. Just take the hood off. Mikhail covered the phone. You have to take the hood off. What should I do? Kamar sighed. Now it was becoming plain who was the brains in this outfit. Take it off. What difference does it make? Either way, they're both dead in 5 minutes. Okay, Fowl, I'm taking off the hood. The next face you see will be your father's. The big Russian propped up the prison higher over the lip of the cunning tower. He reached up with one hand and pulled off the rough sackcloth hood. On the other end of the line, he heard a sharp intake of breath. Through the filters of his broad LP helmet, Artemis could see the cunning tower so it was 3 feet away. The hood came off, and he could not suppress a sharp grasp. It was his father. Different, certainly, but not beyond recognition. Artemis fought first, without a shadow of a doubt. Well, said a Russian voice sincere, is it him? Artemis struggled to stop his voice from shaking. Yes, he said, it is him. Congratulations, you have an item of some value. In the cunning tower, Vazkin gave his father a thumbs up. It's him. We're in the money. Kamar didn't show his confidence. There would be no separating the cash was in his hand. But let's take the far shoot driver on the stand. He had selected from the LP armory. 1,500 yards. Not an easy shot. But there was no wind, and Fowl had given a scope that did the aiming for him. Artemis Fowl's fingers torch was centered in the crosshairs. He took a breath. Artemis, are you sure? This is risky. Artemis did not reply, checking for the 100th time that Holly was in position. Of course he wasn't sure. A million things could go wrong with this deception, but what choice did he have? Artemis nodded. Just once. Butler fired the shot. The shot caught Artemis in the shoulder. He spun around, slumping over the shoulder Vazkin. The Russian held his dust, having the bleeding Irishman over the lip of the conning tower. Adam Singer slid along the kill, crashing to the brittle ice place clinging to the sub's hole. They shot him! Yelled the clue gunning. The devil shot his own father! Kamar was stunned. Idiot! He thought, you just thrown our hostage overboard! He peered into black Arctic waters. Nothing remained of the Arlensky but ripples. Go down and get him if you wish, said Vazkin solemnly. Was he dead? His partner shrugged. Maybe. He was bleeding badly. And if the bullet doesn't finish him, the water will. Anyway, it's not our fault. Kamar swore viciously. I don't think Britva will see it that way. Britva, breathed Vazkin. Don't think the minister understood was money. Oh gods, what did? The telephone rattled on the deck. The speaker was vibrating. Fowl was still on the other end. Cal picked up the mobile so it was a grenade. Fowl, you there? Yes, Gang replied. You crazy devil! What are you doing? Your father is as good as dead. I thought we had a deal. We still do. A new one. You can still make some money tonight. The cow stopped panicking and started paying attention. Could there possibly be a way out of this nightmare? I'm listening. The last thing I need is for my father to return and destroy what I have built up over the last 2 years. The cow nodded. This made perfect sense to him. So he had to die. I had to see it done myself, just to be sure. But I could still leave you a little something. Mikhail could barely breathe. A little something? The ransom. Oh, 5 million. And why would you do that? You get the money. I get safe passage home. Fair enough? Seems fair to me. Very well. Now look across the bay, above the fjord. Mikhail looked. There was a flare burning, right at the snow-covered hill's tip. There's a briefcase tied to that flare. It goes out in 10 minutes. I'd get there before then if I were you. Otherwise the case would take years to find. Mikhail didn't bother to cut the connection. He just dropped the phone and ran. The money! He shouted, Kama. Up there! The flare! Kama was after him in a heartbeat, shooting instructions into the radio. Someone had to read that money. Who cared about running air in a landscape where there was $5 million to be claimed? Root pointed Holly at the moment Artemis had been shot. Go, he ordered. Captain Shore activated wings, launching himself off the hilltop. Of course, what they were doing here was against all the regulations, but the council was cutting Foley like a slack, having more or less convicted him of treason. The only condition was that the center be in constant communication, and that every male at the party be fitted with remote incineration packs, so that they and all their fairy technology could be destroyed in the event of capture or injury. Holly followed the fence on the submarine through her visor. She saw the shot hit Artemis in the shoulder, knocking him against a large Russian. Blood registered in her field of vision, still warm enough to be picked by her thermal imager. Holly had to admit, it looked effective. Maybe Artemis' plan could actually work. Maybe the Russian would be fooled. After all, humans generally saw what they wanted to see. Then things went horribly wrong. He's in the water! Shouted Holly to her helmet. Mike, open the wings rigged to the max. He's alive. But not for long, unless we get him out. Holly skimmed silently over the glistening ice. Artemis closed over her chest for speed. She was moving too fast for human face to pin her down. She could be a bird, or a seal breaking the waves. The submarine looped before her. On board the Nicodem, the Russians were evacuating, clambering down the tower ladder, feet slipping in their haste. And ashore, the same. Men breaking cover, crashing through the frost undergrowth. The commander must have set the flare. Those mummies would be delirious to find their precious money, only to have it dissolved in 72 hours. That would just about give them time to deliver to their boss. Elsewhere, he wouldn't be happy with disappearing cash. Holly came to Sub's keel, safe from radiation in her suit and helmet. The last moment as she flipped upward, shielded from the northern shore by the conning tower. She popped the throttle, hovering above the ice hole where the human had fallen in it. The commander was talking to her ear, but Holly didn't reply. She had a job to do and no time for talk. Fairies hate cold. They hate it. Some are so phobic about low temperatures they won't even eat ice cream. The last thing that Holly wanted to do right now was put so much acetone into that sub-zero, radioactive water. But what choice did she have? Darn it, she swore, and plunged into the water. The remarkable filaments in her suit deadened the cold, but they could not dispel it entirely. Holly knew that she had seconds before the temperature drop slowed her reaction, sent her into shock. Below her, the unconscious human was as pale as a ghost. Holly fumbled with her wing controls. A touch too much of throttle could send her too deep. Not enough, and she would fall short. And at these temperatures, she only had one shot only. Holly hit the throttle. The engine buzzed once, sending her 10 fathoms down. Perfect. She grabbed Fowl singing by the waist, quickly clipping him onto her move belt. He hung there limply. He needed an infusion of magic, and the sooner the better. Holly glanced upward. It seemed as though the ice hole was already closing. Was there anything else that could go wrong? The commander was shouting in her ear, but she shut him out, considering getting back on dry land. Ice crystals spun themselves across the hull like spiders' webs. The ocean seemed determined to claim them. I don't think so, thought Holly, pointing her helmeted head at the surface and opening the throttle as far as it would go. They crashed through the ice, landing on the slatted surface of Sub's forward deck. The human's face was a color of the surrounding landscape. They crouched from the chest like a predatory creature, exposing the supposed wound to the night air. There was blood on the deck, but it was Artemis Jr.'s own blood. They had pried the cap from a hydrogen shell, and had filled it with blood taken from Artemis' arm. On impact, the fizzer had knocked Artemis Jr. off his feet, sending the crimson liquid spiraling through the air. Very expensive. Of course, return if the freezing waters had not been part of the plan. The shell had not penetrated the skin, but Mr. Fowl was not safe yet. Holly's thermal imaging showed that his heartbeat was dangerously low, slow, and weak. Holly laid her hands on his chest. Heal, she whispered. Heal, and the magic scurried down her fingers. Artemis couldn't watch Holly's rescue attempt. Had he done the right thing? What if the hydrogen shell had penetrated? How could he ever face his mother again? Oh no, said Butler. Artemis was out of sight in an instant. What is it? Your father's in the water. The Russian threw him in. The boy groaned. That water was as deadly as any bullet. He'd been afraid that something like this would happen. He would have been following the rescue attempt. Okay, she's over the water. Can you see him, Holly? No answer. Just checking his earphones. Status, Captain? Respond. Nothing. Holly? She's not talking because it's too late, cried Artemis. There's nothing she can do to save my father. It's all my fault. Bruce's voice cut to his thoughts. The Russians are evacuating, he said. Holly's up this up now, over the hole in the ice. She's going in. Holly, what have you got? Come on, Holly. Talk to me. Nothing. For the longest time. And Holly dropped into the ice like a mechanized dolphin. She arced briefly to the Arctic night, crash landing on the Nicodem's deck. She has your father, said the commander. Adam slipped on the spare recon helmet, wheeling Holly's voice to sound of the speakers. He magnified the picture in his visor until it seemed as though he could touch his father. Artemis watched Holly lean over his father's chest, puzzles of magic shooting down her fingers. After several moments, Holly looked up, straight into Artemis' eyes, as though she knew he was watching. I got him, she guessed. One life of a man. He's not pretty, but he's breathing. Artemis sank to the ground, sobs of relief shaking his thin shoulders. He cried for a whole minute. Then he was himself again. Well done, Captain. Let's get out of here before Fowl accidentally one of these incendiary packs by accident. In the bowels of the earth, the sentry leaned back from his communication console. Don't tip me, he chuckled. In Epilogue. On to Terra. Artemis was heading back to St. Bartleby's. This was where he had to be when the Helensky medical service identified his father and found a suitably weathered passport before they had run off for him. Holly had done her best for the injured man, healing his chest wound and even restoring sight to his blinded eye. But Artemis Singer needed prolonged medical attention, and it had to begin somewhere that could be rationally explained. So Holly had flown southwest to Helsinki, depositing the unconscious man at the doors of the university hospital. One porter had spotted the flying patient, but having successfully mind-wiped. When Artemis Singer regained consciousness, the past 2 years would be a blur, and his most recent memory would be a happy one. Bidding his family farewell at Dublin Harbour, things began to fall in his mind-warping technology. Why don't I just move in with you? This the driver quipped when they returned to Police Plaza. Do your ironing while I'm at it. Artemis smiled. He had been doing that a lot lately. Even the problem with Holly come better than he could have expected, considering she'd seen him shoot his own father. Artemis shuddered. He anticipated major sleeplessness over that particular strategy. The captain escorted them to Terra, sweeping them out through a holographic hedge. There was even a holographic cow chewing the first release and throwing himself the very scent. Artemis was back in his school uniform, which had been miraculously restored by the people's technologies. He sniffed his apple. This place sounds unusual, he commented. Not unpleasant, but unusual. It's completely clean, smiled Holly. Well, I had to put it through 3 cycles in the machine to purge the bad man from it, said Artemis. Exactly. There was a full moon overhead, bright and pucked like a golf ball. I could feel his magic singing to her. Foley said, in light of the help you've given us, he's pulling the surveillance on Fowl Manor. That's good to know, said Artemis. Is it the right decision? Artemis considered it. Yes, the people are safe for me. Good. There's a large section of the council wanted you mind-wiped, and with a chunk of memory that big, the RQ could take a bit of a dip. Bullock extended a hand. Well, Captain, I don't suppose I'll see you again. I shook it. If you do, it'll be too late. She turned toward the ferry port. I had better go. It'll be light soon. I don't want to be caught unshield up on a spy satellite. The last thing I need is my photo all over the internet. Not what I've just been reinstated at Recon. Father Elvis currently gently. Oh, Holly. Captain Short. Guards could leave it actually said It wasn't even a word. Yes, mud. Yes, Artemis? Artemis looked Holly in the eye, just as Bella had instructed him to. This being civil business was more difficult than anyone would think. I'd like to... what I mean is... Another elbow from Butler. Thank you. I owe you everything. Because of you, I have my parents. The way you flew the craft was nothing short of spectacular. On the train. Well, I could have never done what you... Third elbow. This time to stop the babbling. Sorry. Holly's oven face wore a strange expression. Some repeating embarrassment, and could it possibly be delight? She recovered quickly. Maybe I'll use something too, human, she said, drawing her pistol. Butler almost reacted, but decided to give Holly the benefit of the doubt. Captain Short plucked a gold coin from her belt, flicking it 50 feet into the moonlit sky. With one swift movement, she brought her weapon up and loosed a single blast. The coin rose another 50 feet, then spun earthward. Adam somehow managed to snatch it from the air. The first cool moment of his young life. Nice shot, he said. The previously solid disc now had a tiny hole in the center. Holly held her hand, revealing the still raw scar on her finger. If it wasn't for you, I would have missed altogether. No magtape can replay that kind of accuracy. So, thank you, I suppose. Adams held up the coin. No, said Holly. You keep it, to remind you. To remind me? Holly stared at him frankly. To remind you that deep beneath the layers of deviousness, you have a spark of decency. Perhaps you could blow on that spark occasionally. Adams closed his fingers around the coin. It was warm against his palm. Yes, perhaps. A small two-seater plane buzzed overhead. Artemis glanced skyward. When he looked back, Holly was gone. A slight heat haze hovered above the grass. Goodbye, Holly, he said softly. The Bentley started on the first turn of the key. In less than an hour, they arrived at St. Bartleby's main gate. Make sure your phone's switched on, Butler said, holding the door. The Houndsgate officials should be getting the results of their trace from Interpol soon. Your father's file has been reactivated in their mainframe. Thanks, once again, to Foley. Artemis nodded, checking that his phone was activated. Try to locate Mother and Julia before the news comes through. I don't want to be hunting through every spot in the south of France looking for them. Yes, Artemis. I checked that my accounts are well hidden. No need for folks to know exactly what I've been up to for the past 2 years. Bella smiled. Yes, Artemis. Artemis took a few steps toward the school gates, then turned. And Butler, one more thing. In the Arctic, Artemis couldn't ask, but his bodyguard knew the answer anyway. Yes, Artemis, he said gently. You did the right thing. It was the only way. Artemis nodded, standing by the gates until the Bentley had disappeared from the avenue, or down the avenue. From this moment on, life would be different. With 2 parents in the manor, his schemes would have to be much more carefully planned. Yes, he ordered the people to leave them alone for a while, but Moshe Diggums, that was a different matter. So many secure facilities, so little time. Counselor's office, St. Bartleby's School for Young Gentlemen. Not only was Dr. Paul still employed at St. Bartleby's, but he seemed to have been fortified by his break from Artemis. His other patients were relatively straightforward cases of anger management, exam stress, and chronic shyness. And that was just the teachers. Artemis settled onto the couch, taking care not to accidentally press the power button on his mobile. Dr. Paul nodded at his computer. Dean Glooney forwarded me your email. Charming. I'm sorry about that. But Artemis, surprised to find that I actually was sorry. Upsetting other people didn't used to bother him. I was in denial. So I projected my anxieties onto you. Paul half chuckled. Yes, very good. Just what it says in the book. I know, said Artemis. And he did know. Dr. F. Roy Dean Schlipp had contributed a chapter to that particular book. Dr. Paul laid down his pen, something he had never done before. You know, we still haven't resolved that last issue. Which issue was that, Doctor? The one we touched on at the last session. About respect? Ah, that issue. Paul stippled his fingers. I want you to pretend I'm as smart as you are, and give me an honest answer. Artemis thought of his father, lying in a Helsinki hospital, of Captain Short risking her life to help him, and, of course, a butler, without whom he would never have made it out of Coboy Laboratories. He looked up and found Dr. Poe smiling at him. Well, young man, have you found anyone worthy of your respect? Artemis smiled back. Yes, he said. I believe I have.